everyone, today we're going to be making this really cute fun fold. These are a few samples and we're going to make a totally different one, so stay tuned. Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to make the display fun fold card. Isn't it cute? These are 3 samples that I've already made and we're going to make a totally different one using the gorgeous grape. And this card idea came from Flutter by Heidi, I believe, and she's in the UK. So thank you, Heidi. I love your card. Okay, so I want to show you the card. So how it sits up is like this, and it's so adorable. Look at all those layers to the card. Isn't it cute? So then it folds up like this to fit into a standard A2 envelope. Love that. But it's so cute. So this stamp set, and the dies are from He's All That stamp set, and then it has a coordinating designer paper which I use for the die cuts, and that's from the He's the Man. That's where the designer paper and these 3 die cuts in the front came from. And then I stamped the happy birthday to a classic and used the dies for that. All right, so that's that one. And then this cute little one with the piggies. Let me show you that one. So this one is from this birthday piggy stamp set, and I used all 3 pigs along with this little piggy says happy birthday on the inside, and then over here it says it's your birthday. So then I just colored in the piggies. Oh my gosh. And what I did for the pigs is I used the Flirty Flamingo dark around the edges of the pink, and then I colored it in and blended that out with the petal pink and the dark. Okay, so that's how I colored the pig for that one. And I used the Flirty Flamingo cardstock and the Flirty Flamingo designer paper with the polka dots. Cute. And then final one that I used for a sample was the Best Butterfly stamp set. Once again, this is how it sets up. Adorable. And then the designer paper is from the Butterfly Kisses designer paper, which is 6x6. And then I cut the long greeting, which is sending good vibes. I just cut that into 3 sections of the greeting so I could stagger them on the panel on the front. And then I stamped and die cut out the butterflies and assembled them with Stampin' Dimensionals. So cute. All right, so we're going to make the gorgeous grape one. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here are the pieces, and let me show you the stamp set and dies that we're going to use today. We're using the Sending Smiles stamp set, and this comes in a coordinating die. And you can get this in a bundle and save 10% right now. And we're using the sending with the 2 dies right here. So I used the bubble sending in the gorgeous grape and then the basic white with the sending straight line. Okay, so let me give you all the measurements of the pieces. Your gorgeous grape cardstock is cut at 4 1/8 by 9 1/2. And we're going to score this together. Then you're going to use 2 pieces. Now this is going to be for the mechanism, and these are both cut at 2 1/2 by 3, and we're going to score these both. And then I have these 2 pieces of gorgeous grape. Now these are cut at 2 3/4 by 3 5/8. No scoring for those. And then these 2 gorgeous grapes are cut at 2 1/4 by 3 1/8. And then the 6x6 designer paper. This is in the Brights collection. This is double-sided. Love the polka dots. These 2 pieces are cut at 2 1/2 by 3 3/8, and those are going to layer onto, I believe, these 2 pieces right here in the back. Okay, so those are going to layer together there. And then the 2 pieces of basic white are cut at 2 by 2 7/8, and those are going to be for the front where you can stamp and add your die cuts or whatever. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping on those 2 pieces. All right, and then you'll need a piece of basic white, which is cut at 4 by 5 3/8 for the inside. And I think that's about it. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our paper trimmer. Okay, so we're going to start our scoring on the base of the card. And what we're going to do is we're going to score on the 9 1/2 inch side. Hopefully you can see this here. So let's just check that that's 9 1/2. Yep. All right, so we're going to score at 1 inch. 2 inch, and then we're going to take it all the way down to 7 1/2 inches, and then 8 1/2. Okay, so now our two pieces for the mechanism, remember these are cut at 2.5 by 3, and on the 2.5 inch side, we're gonna score it at 3/4, and then 1 3/4. So it should be 3/4 on both sides. Okay, so it should look like this. Okay, let's do the other one. There should be two of them. So these are 2.5 by 3. Yep. So once again, we're going to score it at 3/4 and 1 3/4. And that's all the scoring. So let's move our trimmer. All right, so let's go ahead and fold our score lines. Let me grab my bone folder. And we're going to fold all the score lines on all the pieces, and we're going to burnish it with our bone folder. Now on this end, since I folded them this way, now we're going to fold it back like this. Okay, so it should look like that on one end, and we're going to do the exact same thing on this end. So we're going to fold it and burnish it. And then once I fold it, then I can fold it back on itself. So it's going to look like this with the base of the card. Okay. Now your two mechanism, you should fold it like in a Z. So you can see the Z shape right there. You're going to fold them both the exact same way. And you want to burnish these score lines as well really nicely. Okay. All right. So we're going to have our Z fold go like this. And then this Z fold over here like this. Okay, so this is the way the card should look so far. Oh, we got to grab our paper trimmer. We forgot one step. We're going to score on the 4 1/8 side, which is the short end, up at the top. We're going to score at 1 inch, and we're only going to take that 1 inch score line down to that first score line, and you're going to do the top and the bottom the exact same way. So we're going to line this up at 1 inch, and then I'm going to take my scoring blade and I'm going to score only up to that first 1 inch score line. And then I'm going to open up my arm and I'm going to take it down to the bottom and do the exact same thing. So I'm going to score up to the 1 inch score line. Okay, and this is going to make sense on why you want to do that here in a second. Okay, so now we're going to take our paper snips, and where we scored that 1 inch, you're going to cut that, right? So you're making like a tab. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut from that 1 inch score line where we cut into that score line up to that score line. And then we're going to cut at a diagonal from this point at the number 2 inch score line down to that 1 inch cut. So then you're just going to cut that at an angle, and it should look like this. So we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. So we're going to cut on that 1 inch score line, just like that. And then I'm going to flip it over so I can see it better over here. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut that at an angle up to that score line number 2 at that 2 inch score line. So now your card should look like this. Okay, so now the reason you want to do this is because when you fold up the card, let me show you. So like on this one here, when you fold up the card, you can see the background on the base of the card. So you can see that I cut these at an angle. So it opens up like that, but you can see it when it's closed like that. Okay, so it's not so blunt. It's kind of like a little angled cut there. Let's go back to our Z-fold part of our card. Let me grab some liquid glue. I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid glue. Let me fold these back up here so you can see them the way it looks, right like that. All right, so now this one is going to go on this side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put liquid glue on this flap over here. Okay, and we're going to turn that over, and then this edge should be opened for this panel right here to slide into that. So now once I get my glue on here, we're going to line this up on this flap right here. So this is where you're getting the extension of your arm. So we're going to line that all the way up to the edge. See, I can't see with all the purple here. All right, so we're gonna just open this up. Slide that over all the way over to the edge. Okay, so then we got our extended part on this side. Now we're gonna take this arm and do the exact same thing on this side, but this time it's gonna go this way here. So we're gonna put our liquid glue on this side. And then we're gonna take that, we're gonna line that up right onto the edge of that 1-inch score line. That line up perfectly on that edge there, okay? So now your card should look like this, okay? Now we're gonna take our 2 larger pieces. These are the 2 3/4 by 3 5/8. All right, now we're going to put these on the inside panels right here. So we're going to put some liquid glue. Now I'm putting the liquid glue on the panel here on the Z-fold part because this piece is a little bit bigger than this piece. So this is going to hold right into that little score line right there. And what I'm doing is I'm lining it up at the very bottom edge, just like that. We're going to take the other side and do the exact same thing. We're going to put our glue on this fold. Now you're going to see here, you can see right where that smaller piece is, but this larger piece is going to cover all that up. So you're not even going to see that. But make sure you're putting the glue on this section because like I said, this piece is a little bit larger. So you don't want any glue hanging over. You're adhering this all together. And then make sure the bottom edge is lined up perfectly. And then you want to put that right into that fold line. Okay? Okay, so then that's your card so far. Now this last top piece is where we're going to put our last 2 Gorgeous Great pieces. So I'm going to put my glue on this edge right here and a glue on this edge. And we're going to take our little panels. Now these are the, let me make sure here, 2 1/4 by 3 1/8. So we're going to cover that edge up. I put a little bit too much glue there. Line it up on the edge. Remove your excess glue. Just holding that so it adheres down really nice. Okay, so then that's one side of your card. Isn't it cute? And then this piece over here is going to go on this side. So we're going to line this up on the edge of that top fold. Line up the edge over here and the bottom edge. Okay, so then this is the card right here. Isn't that cute? Okay, now let's add our designer paper. I'm just going to go ahead and use our Stampin' Seal for that. And I'm going to use the polka dotted side facing out. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these 2 pieces on the inside underneath that smaller panel right here. Just a little decorative paper right there. And then the other side. Okay, so now you can see the card coming together. So cute. All right, now let's go ahead and do some stamping. I'm going to stamp a couple flowers on these 2 panels. So let me get my ink. I'm using the Granny Apple Green for the leaves or the stems, and then Gorgeous Grape for the flowers. And then I'm using, for the center of the flowers, I'm using the Daffodil Delight. So first we're going to stamp our stems. And in this stamp set, there's 2 different stems designs. This one holds 2 flowers. I'm just going to stamp it here at the edge. And then this one is the other stem, just holds 1 single flower. just going to stamp this one over here. Okay, and we're going to grab our blossoms, which are going to be stamped in the Gorgeous Grape. I have these two for the 2 leaves, and then this one for the single flower. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this. And this is a photopolymer stamp set, so you can see right where you're stamping, which is awesome. And then I'm going to stamp these 2 flowers on this one. Probably brought this over a little bit too far, but it's still going to be cute. Okay, then this one. Okay, and then we're going to stamp the centers of the flower. Stamp this one over here with this. Now this is all in the same stamp set. And then this one is going to stamp over here. And then I have the little tiny dot for this one here on another block. Just like that. And then I have the greeting, which is also from the stamp set. And this says, love and big hugs. And we're going to stamp that right across the single flower here. Right on the front. Love and big hugs. And then we're going to go ahead and put these 2 pieces right on the front of the card. So let me get my stamp and seal. Okay, so this one's going to go over here, this side. And then this one is going to go over here. Now you could stamp another greeting on this side if you wanted, but we're going to also stamp on the inside. And the basic white. Okay, so there's the front of the card. You could also put a ribbon there too, that'd be pretty. Oh, we need our grape out still. We're gonna stamp our greeting. All right, so then I went ahead and die cut out the greeting that is the sending, the word sending. So I cut out the bubble word sending with the Gorgeous Grape, and then I cut out the sending with the basic white, and I used my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then I took my liquid glue and I adhered those 2 pieces together. So now I'm going to take my basic white piece for the inside. Remember, this piece is cut at 4 by 5 3/8, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to first position my word sending like where I want it, but I'm not going to seal it down in case I stamp it kind of crooked or something. So I'm thinking I want that right there. And then I'm going to stamp my birthday greeting, which says birthday wishes. And I'm going to stamp that with the Gorgeous Grape. And I'm going to stamp that right underneath that word sending. And then once I get that stamped, then I can go ahead and adhere my word sending. And I'm going to use my liquid glue for that. I'm going to put that right over top of that. So it's a birthday card. Isn't it cute? All right, now we're going to put this on the inside of the base of the card. So I'm going to use my stamp and seal for that. All right, we're going to put this on the inside of our card. Okay, so when you actually put this into the card, you should have a slight border around the inside. Just like that. So then this is the card when it's closed. Isn't that pretty? And then when you open it, sending birthday wishes. So the display of the card is really the focal point of the card, the way it sits up, and you can see the inside and the front, and it cascades down to the smaller size for the front. And then of course it folds up and fits into an A2 size envelope. Okay, so let me show you the other ones again. Okay, so here's the birthday card one for a masculine birthday card. So cute. And then the cute little piggies birthday card. The flirty flamingo. And then the best butterflies. Sending good vibes. And this is also a birthday card. So cute. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. Also, don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you like today's video, and don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, I'll catch you later. Bye.